Hey everyone, it's Joy here for Honeybee Stamps. Today I created a really fun Halloween scene card using the Trick or Treat Scene Builder stencil. So this is super quick and simple to create. I am making a mini slimline card and this card panel is 6 inches by 3 inches. I will adhere this to a mini slimline card base, which is 6.5 by 3.5 inches. I wanted to share a fun, quick card. I know for me personally, when I make cards, they ended up taking a long time because there's a lot of detail and layers and things like that. I still got that with this card, but this card took me about 12 minutes to make. So mass producing these would be so quick and simple. So for the ground, I'm using Distress Oxide inks. For the ground, I'm using Hickory Smoke. Then for this fun Halloween sky, I'm using a combination of dried Marigold, which was the lightest color, then carved pumpkin, and then I'm going to be using Crackling Campfire. And just a little bit of this at the top and kind of on the corners, but it's such a gorgeous color. And this just gives it a good orangey, spooky vibe. I did want this card to have a spooky vibe, so I really kept the colors simple, but in like grays and blacks for the images because I thought that would just be a ton of fun. So there's not a lot of detail to the images themselves, but there is a lot of detail to the card. So now there's 2 stencils in the Trick or Treat Scene Builder stencil. And you've got trees, you've got different shaped houses, so haunted houses. There's a gate, there's a fence, there's ghosts and bats and clouds and moons and tombstones. So tons of images on this little stencil. So I have my first tree down with black soot. I'm picking this house. This felt the spookiest to me, but on the stencil there is 2 other houses. Black soot as well for this one. And I'm just trying to get my largest images, my foundation to the card design. I'm getting that down first, and then I can come in and add most of these other little images. Now, like I said, this is a quick card to make, but hang on to the end because you want to see some fun details that I added to this. I did the other tree because there is 2 different trees. I did that one, as you can see, up just a little bit higher on the background. Then I have a moon, like a crescent moon, and I'm using the Hickory Smoke for that. I did not want that to be black, but I wanted it to stay within this dark theme. Then there's clouds. I took Hero Art's Unicorn ink, pressed that onto my glass work surface, and then used a blending brush to stencil this onto the background. I'm doing that because I don't want to contaminate my ink pad, because on this brush I am picking up some of that orange ink from my background. So that's why I have it on my work surface. So I'm going to stencil those clouds. I did them over the moon, which is really awesome. And I'm going to bring just the tiny corner of one on this far side here. And as you can see, this scene is really starting to come together. Now, there are 2 little bats on this, and I'm going to use the Black Soot Distress Oxide ink for these little bats, and they're such great images. So I have that one going over the moon a bit. I have a second one, and then I need a third one. So I'm kind of sectioning off where I'm going to put some of these images. So the bats, are more to the left side, and then I'm going to add the tombstones and ghosts on the right side. So I believe that there's 3 tombstones on here. I ended up only using 2, but I did create 3. So this one I let hang off the bottom, and then I'm going to use that same one and just ink blend it over here on the right. So now we've got a little creepy little graveyard, which I totally love. I thought it would be fun to bring those ghosts in. So I'm going to do the same thing with my unicorn ink. This is white pigment ink. Pressing that on my work surface and then blending these cute little ghosts. Look at how fun that is. So if there's 2 ghosts, they're going in separate directions, which makes it really easy and fun to place them. So all of my images are done on the background. I am using a sentiment that says Trick or Treat from the Boo sentiments, and I'm going to stamp this in the Crackling Campfire. I thought that would be perfect. Okay, Crackling Campfire Oxide Spray. I'm putting a little bit of that on my work surface. I have a paintbrush and I'm flicking it, and I'm getting really tiny, very fine flicks. I just really wanted to kind of break up the background in a fun way by adding some distressing techniques. Now I have a little bit of water and a small paintbrush, but now I'm just gonna tap. So I'm gonna get bigger droplets on the background. Then I decided I wanted a darker, even more concentrated, so I'm just gonna tap it. I'm not gonna spray because I don't want that much on there. Now here is one of the fun things I was talking about for the background, Honeybee Stamps Be Shimmery Liquid Shimmer Watercolor. I'm tapping that all over the background, and you guys, this made this card pop. It is so shimmery. I love, love, love this stuff. And for the Halloween, it is like perfect. Look at that. Isn't that so fun and spooky? I added this to my white slimline card base, and we've got this great, quick and simple Halloween scene card that you could absolutely mass produce. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you feel inspired, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.